Welcome! In this video we're going to do a solo playthrough of Bloodborne, the board game. So down at the table, I've owned the core box of this game for a while now, but haven't got it played and figured I'd pull it out and see what happens. So this will be my first time going through the long hunt. So we'll go ahead and do the setup here. First we'll go over our heroes. So even though we're playing solo, I am going to run two characters. Heard that's a better play experience. So on our dashboard, we're all, doesn't matter our hero or hunter, we're going to have 6 health, spot for our blood echoes, basically XP after we kill a monster, spot for a firearm, and our weapon. So our one character I'm going with is the Saw Cleaver. So on our trick weapon, basically we have 2 different ways our weapon's going to work for us, and we get to choose how that starts. And we'll go ahead and go with this side here. So up here I've got on kill, we'll draw a card and heal 1. Then we have 3 different ways to use our weapon. Up top lets us know how fast that attack goes. Of course, if it goes quick attack, we don't deal much damage. Slow attack, we hit a little harder. Then on the bottom, it lets you know what's on the other side. So attacks with stagger also deal +1 damage. And now that I flip this over, I think we'll start with this side. So we'll go ahead and put that down here. Give us our 6 health. And the pistol that comes with our picture on it. So when an enemy makes a basic attack, we can automatically stagger that enemy, which means it's not going to attack us, or officially cancel the enemy attack with a slower speed. And then the starter deck's going to be the same for each character. We're going to get 3 basic draw 1 cards, dodge, staggers, and +1 damage. So 12 cards, give those a shuffle and start with 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be our starting hand. And then our other character we're going with is the Holy Blade. And her 2 sides, I think we'll try this side here. So after attacking with the combo slash, we may transform the weapon for free. And that's the ability of flipping the card over. So put that down. Get our 6 health. And her pistol looks a little different, but it does the same thing. And starts with the same stack of cards. Give that a quick shuffle. And get 3 cards. And that'll be our starting hand. Then for our hunt board, basically, we've got spots for 3 different types of enemies, and these spots on here will correspond to different areas on the map. So if we spawn or flip this map over, it's going to spawn enemy 1 on that location. And this one will be an enemy 1 and an enemy 3. Then we have our Hunter's Dream, which is going to be upgrade cards that we can get for our deck. And just a chapter card. And then we have our track. Basically the red spots is going to reset the map. So we'll get rid of most of the monsters, replenish some monsters. And once we get to this spot, if we don't win by the end of the turn, we have run out of time. So there's quite a time limit on us there. And we've got a stack of cards, and we want to keep this in order. So it starts from 1 and goes to 60. And the first card on here is going to give us our backstory. Just to let you know, I have not played the video game, but I've heard good things about this one. So the long hunt. Of the monsters created by the beast plague, the scourge beasts are the most reviled. Once human, these terrible monstrosities are fast, agile, and lethal. As of late, more and more of these beasts have begun appearing in central Yharnam, and thus we have been tasked with discovering the source of their increasing numbers as well as eliminating as many as possible. So that's our task, or our story. Then there's 3 chapters. We're going to try to get through chapter 1. So we'll just set these aside and pull them out as needed along with those. So this is letting us know our 3 enemies. So we've got a Hunter Mob, Huntsman Minion, and a Scourge Beast. So Hunter Mob, Huntsman Minion, and Scourge Beast. And they're dual-sided. So basically you just randomize these and you can change which sides you are and place those up here. And we'll kind of go over their abilities when we get attacked or start an attack, but basically they all show us their health. They have a basic attack, special attack, and ability. And there's an enemy action deck that we'll be going from, and that's going to let you know if it has a basic attack, the ability, or the special. And there are, I believe, 3 basics in here, and then 2 specials and 1 ability. So as we get hit more often, we'll have a better idea of what the next punch is going to be. So we'll give this a shuffle, and we'll put her track there. And this is letting us know the tiles we need. So we need the courtyard lamp, the occupied house, the Odin Chapel, ransacked house, and then the number of hunters times 2 random. So 2 times 2, we need 4 random tiles. And we always start in the central lamp location. So we can do an interact action on the central lamp space to teleport to any other lamp space or inside any fog gate. So that just starts our map area. Then we've got those 4 named places here. And now we need 4 random ones out of here. Hard to shuffle these, but we'll take that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And then shuffle those in. All right, and we can start at any spot on there. So we've got a miniature for each. So maybe we'll try separating and see if that's a good or bad idea. All right, so we did our setup. So start of the hunt, we reveal card 1. Then some things to look for. If we end our move on the courtyard lamp tile, we reveal card 5. If we end on the occupied house, we reveal card 8. Ransacked house, we reveal card 12. So just set that there, and then here we have the rest of our upgrade cards doing different abilities. Give that a quick shuffle, and we'll place 4 out on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a dash, indomitable, tactical, and poised. Then we have some consumables. Give that a shuffle, then a stack of reward cards, which we don't need to shuffle. The cards will let us know when we can get those. All right, so reveal card 1. So the hunt mission, source of the scourge. We must take to the streets of central Yarnum. The number of scourge beasts grows, and we must leave no area unchecked and uncleansed. We should also gather what information we can from the surviving townsfolk. Perhaps they can grant us insight into the cause of this sudden infestation. End a move on the central lamp tile after you have collected at least 2 insight to reveal card 2. So that is our mission. Let's see, we can move. I'll just have that off to the side. All right, so we do have a nice player aid. Love these. So it goes over our effect keywords, which we'll see when we start fighting. And then on our turns, basically our cards that we have, we discard them to do an action unless we're doing an attack. And then if we're doing an attack, we place it to determine the attack, flip the top card, and compare notes. So we can attack, we can move to spaces, we can interact with everything in a space, transform our weapon, flipping it over, which clears everything off, all the cards off here to the discard pile. Or we can voluntarily go to the Hunter's Dream up here. The round summary, start of the round, we draw 3 cards and advance the Hunter track by 1 space. We don't do that for the first turn, we've already drawn our 3 cards. On the Hunter turn, we perform our actions. Into each Hunter's turn, we're going to activate enemies within 1 tile of that Hunter. And in the Hunter's Dream, advance the Hunt track by 1. You can buy upgrades with Blood Echoes. Refresh the Hunter's deck and dashboard, and next turn respawn at a light or lamp space. And all the others will kind of go through our playthrough. So that is the quick and dirty. So we are going to go ahead and get started. And we will start with the Saw Cleaver. And let's see. So we will discard this card to move 2 spaces. And we are going to these cards out of the way a little bit, move to this area, flip our next tile. We found the Clinic. Once during their turn, the Hunter may suffer 1 damage to draw a card. And once we reveal a space, we do have to go in there. And these white lines separate the different spaces. So we've got 1 space, 2 space, and here we've got 3 areas. And we only have 1 door to go in. So 1 and 2. All right, next action. It's going to look very familiar. Discard a card to move. 1, 2. We found an empty tile. So here is where we find consumables, and here's where we find a monster. And that symbol relates to that symbol, which means we're getting a hunter mob. And we can turn that any way we want. But I don't think it's going to matter. We will turn it this way. And put a token there. And my unpainted miniatures right there. All right, so we could move again just to get next to them. But if we don't move, they're going to come attack us anyway and do the same exact thing. So we're going to end our turn there, which means now enemies on our tile or adjacent to us are going to activate. And they all basically move 1 space unless their card says otherwise, like these Scourge Beasts. They move 2 when activating or pursuing. Basically pursuing is if we were to leave this character's space or the tile they're on, they're going to move a space, except these guys move 2. So they're going to come say hello and start an attack round. And I should have used that to walk with and kept the stagger. I'm going to take that back. Well, I guess I've seen new stuff. So we'll go ahead and just put this down here in the slash action. So basically we've got 1, 2, or 3. So slow, medium, and fast. And now that we've decided how we're going to act, we'll flip a card. They're going to do their special action, which is a 1 and hit us for 4. and stun. And stun ability, hunter must discard a card. If they cannot, they suffer damage. So we're going at a quicker speed. So we're going to deal 3, which unfortunately is not enough to kill it. Yep, really should have held on to that stagger. So cancel an enemy attack with a slower speed. That just costs us a lot of health. So that would have been the smart play. This is the not so smart play. We just got shot with a rifle. So that's going to deal 4 damage to us. And since we don't have a card to discard, take another damage. So we felt better. So now, does she want to come over and get the easy kill? Or go exploring? I think she'll go this direction, using that for movement. Moving 1 space there, we find the courtyard lamp. Could potentially come through or go up maybe. So 1, 2. We have ended our move on the courtyard lamp, so we reveal card 5. So an insight mission. So on the hunt. Entering, you find a large mob of townsfolk, all gathered around a blazing pyre constructed in the center of the courtyard. Upon it lie the bodies of Nuver's scourge beast. Suddenly, from behind, you hear shouting, "More infected," as the mob begins to surround you. Wait, we're not infected. All right, reveal card 6. Surround the courtyard lamp tile with fog gates. Spawn a hunter mob on the lamp space. It respawns on this space on the red spot. Complete this mission by slaying the hunter mob. And then we reveal card 7. But first, we get card 6. And card 6 is the Horde. Place an insight token on this card. 3+ hunters, place an additional token. When the hunter mob would be slain, instead remove 1 token and heal all damage from it. All tokens are returned when we go to that symbol. So we get that. We get some fog, which basically means monsters cannot enter or leave. And we can't leave unless we go to Hunter's Dream. But other hunters can enter. And they pop up there. All right. So they've got 4 health. So I think we're going to do that. And we're going to use the stagger. But that only works yeah, the stagger only works if they are going slower. So we'll just do this. Even though it's doing 5, we're wasting 1 damage. I'm so conflicted. I think we want to keep that +1 damage. That's what happens when you don't know what's going on. All right, so that's what we're doing. It flips over a basic, which means it's going at a speed 2 to do 2 damage, which isn't terrible. But we do have this, so when an enemy makes a basic attack, we can stagger that enemy so it does nothing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Then on a hunter turn, we can discard a card or Blood Echo to refresh that. So we staggered it, so it's not attacking. We just did 4, which is going to defeat it. We remove that instead of defeating it, heal the damage, and now we just need to kill it one more time. But we are going to end our turn there, so now it's going to activate and attack us. So we're going to attack 2. And it's doing the special attack. Yeah, now I'm wishing I would have done those in reverse. Eventually I'll learn. All right. So we're doing 3 damage, which almost kills it. It's doing 4 damage to us. Then stunning us. We don't have any cards to discard, so we take another damage. Deja vu all over. And then after attacking with the combo slash, we may transform our weapon for free. We will. So we get to flip that over. And basically that's a turn. So start of the next round. Each of us is going to refill up to 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. No dodging. And over here, 1, 2, 3. That's what a dodge looks like. All right. We are going to start with our Holy Blade, so we can go in any order we want, but once we start with one, we have to finish all their activations. And we're going to do a basic quick stab, because we want to kill it before it kills us. And as soon as we play this, we get to draw a card. And now we get to see what it's going to do. It's doing the basic attack, which is a speed 2 attack. We have a speed 3 attack, so we go first. We're going to deal 1 damage. That's going to be enough to kill it, so it doesn't get to swing on us. So it goes away. And we pick up a Blood Echo. All right, so that mission is complete. So now we reveal card 7. Oh yes, start around, that would have went up. All right, 7 on the hunt. Distribute the hand lantern reward and the Lugwidge rifle firearm among the hunters. Driven to frenzy by the early stages of the infection, the townsfolk are compelled to partake in the hunt, believing that by eradicating the beast, the plague will be quelled as well. From their remains, you gather what useful supplies you can find. So we get the hand lantern. And Ludwig's rifle, which I believe, it's our rifle, right? So we're going to take it. And the lantern, on the hunter turn, teleport to any gate space. We'll go ahead and give that to the saw cleaver. And all this empties out. And we're going to discard to move. 1, 2, And then discard to move one more space. And end her turn, which will have these guys activate, moving one space. And then we're going to use our rifle. When an enemy moves into your space, deal 2 damage to that enemy. So we're sniping them from him. All so we can get another blood echo. All right, over here, we are going to discard a card to interact to get a consumable. Blood vial. On the hunter turn, we can heal 2. Hold on to that. Then we will discard to move one space. We found the ransacked house. We'll end our movement there. And that symbol is the Huntsman minion, and that is the Scourge Beast. And we ended our move. So that is read card 12. So we've got a rescue mission. As you enter the ransacked house, you catch sight of a young girl hiding in the corner from the monsters stalking her. Once these creatures are dispatched, she can be rescued. Place 1 survivor token on the ransacked house space. So we need to interact with the survivor token to reveal card 13. And if we do that, that'll be our second insight, so that we can go back here. But with 1 health, we have the ability to go back to 3. But what I'm going to do is run. So with our last action, or is that going to get me killed? We're going to go to the Hunter's Dream. So discard that and go up here. So going to the Hunter's Dream, if we had any blood echoes voluntarily, if we go there on purpose, if we had any of these, we discard them and we get upgrades. If we get killed, we lose them. So no upgrading. We also take all of our cards and shuffle. And we'll go back to full health, and our gear and other equipment refreshes. And that also goes up. And then we will end our turn. So start of the next turn, that goes up. Everyone draws up the 3 cards. Okay. We don't want to die with 2 blood echoes. So I feel like I've hit a stall. because if we kill anything now, when we go to this spot, they're just going to respawn anyway. So we might as well get that started, I guess. So we're just going to spin the card to go to the Hunter's Dream, which will take that up one. Officially, these leave the board, but then they're going to respawn right back there along with that. So we've got one of each monster type on the board. And with that mission going, they do not respawn over in the courtyard. All right, we have 2 tokens, which means we can get 2 upgrades, and we do those one at a time. And with this ability of dealing the damage to an enemy in your space, whenever you clear the slot, I like those. And whenever you keep a card, you're always going to have 12 cards in your deck. So you've got to replace it with something. And I like drawing cards. I like extra damage. Staggering is good. I'm definitely not getting rid of dodges. So I think I'm going to take out a stagger. And then that replaces an enemy in your space uses an ability, discard from hand, deal him 2 damage. We're taking another dodge and getting rid of a stagger. We'll flip our rifle over, shuffle our cards, and heal up to our max. And replace that with tireless. All right. For him, he's going to come back in a lamp location, which could be there, there, or there. And we can choose which side to use here. I think we'll go for that one. All right, so we're going to discard a card to move to 1, 2. They've got 4 health. I'd like to kill them. So we're going for our heavy carve for 4 damage. And the enemy action, well, see if we can guess. It's either a basic or the special. Basic, it hits us for 2. The special, let's see, at 1 before the hunter's attack. Ooh, that's not good. Well, do we change then? Because we got a 50-50 shot of either killing it or we just take 3 damage for no reason. Oh well, 50-50 shot it is. It's doing the ability. I think both things, yeah. At speed 1, but before our attack, move the hunter mob 1 space away. All hunters in the space it left must then dodge 2 or suffer 3. We don't have a dodge card, so we're taking 3 damage. I'm the worst hunter ever. And if we stay there, that's going to activate and come hit us. That's going to activate and come hit us because it moves 2. Which means we probably die. So what we're going to do is teleport to any lamp space. End our turn. The mob will come after us and attack. We will then we know it's going to be a quick, well, we know that's a speed 2. So if we want to cancel its attack, we need to go on a speed 3 to cancel it. We're only going to deal 1 damage to it. But that's what we got. Okay. So it's basic attack. We're going to stagger it so it does nothing. And we deal 1 to it. And that's our turn. So next turn, that moves up. We all get 3 cards. All those dodges in there, and we didn't get any of them. All right. I'm going to keep going with him. Discard a card to flip. Then we're going here, slashing at a speed 2. Drawing a card. And then we need to shuffle. And it's doing a basic attack. We use our pistol to cancel it. So we're doing 2 damage. Then attack again with a quick cut. And basic attack. Stagger it or faster so it doesn't happen, but we're killing it with our first, attacking first and harder. We get an echo. Then we're going to discard. To flip over. Which brings us to Ludwig's Holy Blade's turn. So she'll come in there. And movement, 1, 2. We're going to end her turn. So both of those are going to activate. And when we have multiple monsters, we go in order from left to right, which means the huntsman goes first. So he's going to move 1 space and attack. And we are going to use our rifle, and he moves in our spot to deal 2 damage to it. And it's got 5 health. It's got a lumbering swing. Slow does 3. It's got an overhead slam. Slow with 4, cannot be staggered. Deals 2 to all other hunters in this space unless they dodge. And then the brick stun. Hunter must discard a card or their attack suffers -2 speed and they cannot dodge. Flip another enemy action. Oh goodness. Okay, so what are we going to do then? Well, if we do a slash, it's 3 damage, speed 2, which means we'd kill it. So that seems like the thing to do. It is going to do its special, which is a speed 1. So we're doing 3 damage first, which will defeat it. And we'll get a blood echo. And now this thing's coming after us. Health of 4. It's got a quick swipe, speed of 3 for 2. And then it's got a slow pin and gnaw, which does a stun, and the bestial howl. Speed 1 before the hunter's attack, spawn a scourge beast in this space. That's not cool. Well, we're not killing it. So we'll just do that. We draw a card, nice. And then it is doing its ability. It's speed 1. Before the hunter's attack, it's speed 1. Spawn a scourge beast. So we're doing 2 damage. But we're bringing out another one. So I guess it's going to attack us now. And we're going to choose not to attack. See what it's going to do first. It's doing its special, which is a speed 1. But we're going to respond with a dodge. So the dodge, after seeing the enemy action, place a dodge card in an empty attack slot with the same speed or faster. Suffer no damage and ignore attack effects. So we ignore the special, and each time you clear a slot, because we're clearing this slot now, deal a damage to 1 enemy in your space. And I think we'll just put that. Doesn't say it's the one that's attacking us. And that's going to be our turns. So next round, that goes up. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. So we are going to discard a card, so that we can flip that over. Then we are going to attack this one with our overhead slam. We draw a card first, and then it goes into a basic attack, which is a speed 2. But we can play this at a +1 speed, so we can ignore taking damage in the effect and clear this slot to deal 1 damage, which will kill this one. Then we're doing 4 damage to that one. And I think I'm just going to end her turn. Then over here, discard a card to move 2. 1, 2, discard a card to move. And then discard a card to interact. So when we interact, we can interact with everything in the space. So we're going to get 2 consumables. First one is a Molotov cocktail. On a hunter turn, deal 2 damage to an enemy in your space. Along with a hunter turn pebble, move 1 enemy within 2 spaces up to 2 spaces. And then interact with a survivor, reveal card 13. Card 13 is the rescue. You approach the girl cautiously. Suddenly she bursts past you, darting out into the street, her eyes wide with fear. Move the survivor token 4 spaces away. She may reveal tiles during this move. At the end of each turn, she moves 1 space away from the nearest hunter, but no longer reveals tiles. Complete this mission by ending a move on the space with the survivor token and have no enemies pursue into that space to reveal card 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That ends our turn. We have no monsters, so we do that. We draw 2 cards, basic dodge, shuffle and get 1 more. And then 1, 2, just 2. All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2. I guess she moves 1 more space because of the end of the turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all 3 actions can get there. So we'll do that. So first move, second move, third move. So card 14. So rescue again. You grip the girl's arm, keeping her from further flight. I'm not infected. Please let me go, she pleads, tugging at your grip. Now that she's close, the girl does indeed reek of bee stench. Though whether this is from the plague or the blood covering her is undeterminable. Choose one to complete this mission. Strike the girl down, oh goodness, or spare her and order her to flee. So I have not played this game, but that is the picture of me. So if I'm role-playing it, I don't feel like either one of these would let the girl live. I mean, we're hunters. So while I can do it, Mr. Soul Cleaver we're going to strike the girl down. And see how bad that is. All right, reveal card 15. Merciless Conviction. Yep, that's us. The hunter that completed this mission gains 1 blood echo and the Carol Rune Blood Rapture reward. Once claimed by the beast plague, there is no cure and no mercy may be granted when it comes to the infected. Had you not taken the action you did, who knows what threat she may have potentially become. We cannot take chances. So we get a blood echo and the blood rapture reward. All right, on kill, draw 1 and heal 1. All right, so that is complete. So we've got the 2 things we need to do. So I think we're ready to end this, right? End a move on the central lamp tile after you have collected at least 2 insights. Reveal card 2. So we will use that to move 1, 2, ending our move in the central lamp tile. So we get card 2. Hunt mission, Source of the Scourge. Your senses flare at the sound of rapid moving claws. You turn just in time as a scourge beast much larger than the rest leaps at you, its eyes glowing a haunting blue. That can't be good for anyone. Reveal card 3. Surround the central lamp tile with fall gates. Spawn a scourge beast on its space. It respawns to the space on the red, which we're coming up on. Complete the hunt by slaying the scourge beast. All right. So get some fall gates. And I know I've got another card to read, but I know we're doing this. Thought we were done, but now we're fighting. Reveal card 3. Pack Alpha. Place. Alright, so that's per hunter insight tokens on this card. When the Scourge Beast would be slain, instead remove 1 token and heal all damage from it. All tokens return on the red. Replace its ability with Vicious. Scourge Beast makes 1 quick swipe attack. It cannot be staggered, deals +1, and gains stagger and stunned. So we'll just move that on down. I mean, it's going to heal anything we do to it. So there's really no point in me even starting to hit it. Oh, and that gets covered up. So do I stay and let it hit us? I feel like with 3 blood echoes, I don't. So we're going to fly away and get 3 upgrades. So draw 2 cards, then discard a card. That seems good. Cannot suffer frenzy, poison, stagger, or stun, and draw a card. That seems good. +1 damage, cannot suffer stagger or stun. That seems good. Oh yeah, we got to place 2 tokens on that. Because we got to kill this guy 3 times. Oh yes, everything refreshes when we went there. I don't think that's going to matter because none of those monsters can go through the gates, but we'll bring them out. I think we're going with this one. And then that replaces after attack, heal 2. We'll take that. And that goes with a stagger, and we get +1 for speed. I like drawing cards, but also not being staggered or stunned. So we're going to take those 3, which means we need to get rid of 3. It's not going to be so those are our 3 basics. Stagger's one that's going. We can replace that one there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're still at 12 cards. That gets refreshed. And that replaces with a dodge, of course. All right, next turn, that moves up. We each get our 3 cards. Three. Go ahead and shuffle our enemy attacks. Okay, we are going to start with her, popping back in there. Then discard that to move and end her turn. So the beast is going to activate. Move into her space. We're going to shoot it with our rifle for 2 damage. Then we're going in with our combo slash, which allows us to draw a card. And it's doing its special, which is a speed 1, 4 damage, stun, and cannot be dodged. We're not dodging it, but we cannot be stunned. So we're doing 2 damage first, which is going to remove a token. And all the damage. It's still alive, so it's hitting us for 4. Then after we do this attack, we can flip for free. Or do I want to flip for free? Yes. Got 2 health left. Then, guess we'll end our turn so it attacks us. Sorry, I stepped away for a few minutes, just came back. Make sure I did that right. We played this. Yeah, I think we're good. So we end our turn, it attacks us. I just did a special. We need to go as quick as it in order to dodge. That gives us +1. All right, so it is doing a basic attack. We're going to dodge that and clear this slot and deal a damage to it. Then we deal 2 from this. And we heal 2. All right. So for our Soul Cleaver, do we go grab 2 upgrades first? I think we can go in there, attack once, and then go get some upgrades. I just don't want it to kill us. Yeah, we're just going to, I want to make sure we get the 2 upgrades. So we're going away, we're moving that up. We get 2 upgrades. We do get to reset our reward. Go to full health. We get 2 upgrades. I think we're going to go for tireless. And stagger. So we'll just replace that one and that one. And that gets flipped. Okay, so our next turn, we need to kill it this time or it's resetting. 1, 2, 3, so we need to do 1 damage and then 4. So we're going to start with him, so he'll pop in there. Discard that to move 2. Use that to draw a card. And the enemy action is the basic, which we're going to cancel. We're doing 1 damage. Now we're going to do a heavy carve for 4 damage. It's doing the basic attack, hitting us for 2, and then we're swinging for 4, which will defeat. And give us the token. Alright, complete the hunt by slaying this Scourge beast. So that's done. Reveal card 4. Prey slaughtered Scourge Alpha. Distribute the Bloodstone Shard and the Carol Rune Moon reward among the hunters. The beast lets out one final roar before slumping to the ground. In the distance, you spot a group of the creatures seemingly watching the fight, readying yourself for an attack. You instead find them turning and bounding off deeper into the district. So with that, we've successfully completed the chapter. We immediately go to the Hunter's Dream and acquire upgrade cards with any of the remaining Blood Echoes. Let's see. We get to keep the upgrade cards. Cannot be exchanged among the hunters, but we also keep consumable, firearms, reward cards between the games. We'll also keep insight cards. Take the next chapter. So if we lose, though, I think we're done with the entire campaign. So basically he's got one more Blood Echo he can go get. I like the leaping. +1 damage, may make a move action before using this card to attack. But that was a quick look at Bloodborne, the board game. As always, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If so, please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.